in here that don't understand sarcasm. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. Of course people play things for fun. Yeah, of course they do, but people also want to be optimizing their time. So if you want to optimize your time, you don't want to spend time doing something that takes longer. You want to do whatever is the most efficient. People always choose the path of least resistance. So whenever you create something that has a lot of resistance randomly, and it's much more dangerous and deadly, people are going to avoid that because it's harder. You're not going to have groups that are going to go in there and think to themselves, oh wow, I want to go do this because it's more challenging. That's not really going to happen. A lot of people play games to a challenge and want it to be as challenging as possible. I think a lot of that challenge goes out the window whenever you are talking about like random groups. So most people that like challenges in video games like them in a controlled environment. But the problem with like open world content is that it's not a controlled environment. So it's not like it's kind of like world bosses in classic WoW. Where world bosses in classic WoW are complete dog shit. Like some of them will just like randomly one-shot you, and other ones will just be completely fucking broken, and it will just cause wipes randomly for people that aren't even in your group. It's very unfun. Just play Dark Souls then? Well, I think that a lot of people just don't want to have to, like, I don't even understand why this is a point of contention. If you have 5 areas and one area is 3 times harder than the other 4, then people aren't going to do the 5th area. Like, I don't know what... like, if you're going to debate that with me, you just fundamentally misunderstand human behavior. Unless rewards are significantly better. Exactly, and they're not. So why do it? Some people like pain. No, I actually don't really think so. I think some people are desperate. Like, I think a good example of this is you look at like in Warcraft, and if you look at certain historically like Mythic Plus keys, where if you get this key, it's just a dead key because nobody will want to run it with you. Like, can you find a group for it? Yeah, you probably can. But for all intents and purposes, you're rolling something that's like twice or 3 times as hard. Not only logistically for finding people to do it, but also for the content itself. Is New World dying? No, New World inflated their numbers on Twitch with drops. That's something that people do. People don't like games unless they're rewarding. Yeah, exactly. The remote community is very desperate for a new game, so they're justifying everything in New World. Well,
Commander Oceanatrius here.
My perspective on that is that if you make
Commander
excuses for a
Oceanatrius
bad game, you'll get a bad game. Wait, what? Oh no. You're gonna tell me that each individual area inside of here is its own fucking... God damn it. Where are we heading? I'm gonna do a little bit of mining. We'll do some more chest farming tomorrow, probably. Do a different area. Here we go, instead of assets, matter of the game, play for negatives. This kind of area for marauders. No, we actually can't. I don't think we can do that. Yeah, I understand that some people think that like, yeah, I think New World has a lot of positive aspects. But whenever I see something that I think is not positive, I'll be vocal about that, and I'll say, you know, I don't really like this for this reason. And I think that I'm just a second. Oh man, I should go get that. Fortuna chestplate. Yeah, all I have to do is walk over there. I think that if you don't do that and you just, you know, make excuses for stuff and everything, you'll continuously have a degrading product. Because even at the beginning, if you have something that's like, let's say 80% of the way there, if you're not trying to get to 81, you're going to go to 79. That's the way I see it. Is that unless you continue pushing for improvement, you will get degradation. Did I have 580 weapon already? I have 3 580 weapons. Actually 4 if you include my shield. Yeah, I think that we should have extremely high expectations. Like, for any game that I play nowadays, I have extremely high expectations for it. I don't really tolerate any sort of bad design without criticizing it and saying that I don't think it's good. I think that gamers in general have really done themselves a disservice in many ways by hand-waving a lot of that type of stuff. Not full 580 yet. What are you doing? I've actually taken 4 days off the game. That's why. I probably would be full 580 if I didn't do that. $50 greens. Oh man. That's annoying. Problem with there's continuous improvement. No MMO in history came out perfect. You're right, but think about all the MMOs that didn't come out perfect and then just got worse from there because they had a small insular community that made excuses for the content. Things like WildStar, Rift, Aeon, Arcade. Like, you can think of all the games that it's a survivorship bias where you think about all the games that came out and then they got better over time, but you forget all the games that came out and they didn't get better over time and they just got worse, or they just stagnated and the player base slowly eroded and then people stopped playing and then the game died. So I don't really think it's as much of a sure thing as you might imagine. Rift had so much potential. Yeah, and I don't want to say I don't want to be doing Sag New World had so much potential in 5 years. I don't want to do that because I think that it's true. So whenever I say something like the Thort mobs are bad for the game, I'm saying it in the context of watching how different types of content and MMOs have affected player behavior. And I've seen how this type of content affects player behavior before, and that's why I'm concerned about it. And I'm also concerned about it because I think that there are a lot of people out there who have I think, bad notion of, like, difficulty. And they have a bad perspective of it. And in that bad perspective, the MMO community, as I said before, almost takes pride in having to play and deal with bad mechanics. This is a test of skill or willpower or whatever you want to call it. Hearing passive broken, thank you. I'll make sure I have these things looted with me. What do I need? I need this. I need... I don't know which other ones I really need here. I think that's basically it. Dude, I've just got so much gear. It's so hard to keep track of everything. It's like I never know like what people will buy and what they won't buy. Something like this, like I don't really see somebody actually buying it even though it has like such high eye level. Nobody really buys gear, I feel like. Yeah, it's just like it. Like I always save gear and then I just end up vendoring it in a week. Cause it's like, you know what? Nobody wanted that. Oops, I didn't mean to actually vendor that item. It probably wasn't that important. I don't remember what it even was. Okay. All purple upgrade. I don't think it's just purple because you can get like you can get a few things that are good even without them being purple. Okay, let's make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay, I should be good pretty much. Oh, I want to have my miner's gear too. Almost done. All right, we good? Let's port back over to Windsward. Make sure there's nothing else I have to turn in. No, there's not. Oh, I said I wanted to go over there and do that. How much is this? 227? Yeah, I'll just do it over there. I'm already almost full anyway. Consider WoW again, or is it that gone? The truth is, like, all the, like, the censorship and, like, weird revisionist stuff that they did in WoW is, like, that's always been, like, the cherry on top. Like, I don't really care what the mentally ill, fucking crazy developers think is gonna give them more Twitter justice points. I don't give a fuck about that, really. I care about the game being good, and right now I just don't really feel like the game is that rewarding. Yeah, like, no one cares. I don't think people care either. Thanks, Prowese. I appreciate that. Nigga, but wow. I think a lot of people did. I hope that Bobby figures out what's going on to me. Because you can bet your ass, dude. If Bobby figures this out, those people are going to be out on their ass before the day is over. And that's a fact. Okay, did I get credit for it? I did. Alright, nice. I'll just go back and turn this in now. What's up, Obvious fired? No. What, do you want to hurt WoW so bad? You're the mentally deranged one? Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, somebody asked me if I was going to play the game again. I said, I'm not really sure, right? And then, you know, I have somebody ask me, why do I want to hurt the game and that I'm mentally deranged? I think you need to lay down, man. Like, there's clearly something wrong. That's obvious to anybody. So, yeah, just go lay down for a while. It's late, you go to bed and wake up tomorrow, hopefully you'll be feeling better. Bobby ain't gonna do shit. Well, he will. Like, the thing is, like, if you honestly think that if these Activision, like, if the Activision Blizzard executives catch wind that Blizzard SJWs are sitting in the fucking, these fucking focus groups, deleting texts, and then trying to make these statements to get people to feel sorry for them on Twitter, and they realize that's losing them money, those people are gone. Yeah, they are gone so fast. Don't they care as long as money is being made? Yeah, that's the whole point. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that if people are less interested in the game, then they're gonna care. You can understand how much power SJWs have? SJWs have a lot of power, but you know what has more power? Money. Money has more power than anything else. Do I even want to kill these guys? Oh, I don't have my right armor on. I think I'm gonna die. See what happens here. People don't vote with their wallets, rather their video essays. A lot of people do vote with their wallets, and that's what I think a lot of people might not really know, is that there's a lot of people who just silently quit the game. And it's the same thing with like streams or anything like that. Is that there's not all, like, not everybody is going to make a video essay, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to stop playing. It's very common, honestly. Like, not everybody has to make a manifesto on a twit longer about why they decided to stop playing a video game. A lot of people are just like, you know what, this is weird, I don't want to play anymore, and that's it, right? Or, oh, this game's boring now, I'm just not going to play anymore, I quit, right? They don't really think about it a lot. They don't really, it's not an investment to them. It's just entertainment. And the moment that the entertainment is not entertaining, they leave. Yeah, it's the same thing as like streamers, right? It's like a lot of streamers get upset whenever viewers leave and people don't want to watch certain content and they feel like betrayed and everything like that. We always talk a lot about the parasocial relationship that viewers build with streamers, but in my opinion, I think that's the equivalent of a streamer building a parasocial relationship with their viewers. To think that like their viewers are just going to stick around and watch something that is lower quality content or not the content that they want to see. Marketing law, consumers aren't loyal. No, they're not. And it's a simultaneously like good and bad thing, because what it means is that if you do a good job, people will come and watch your good work. But what it also means is if you start doing a bad job, is that people will leave. Are all the mobs this dumb in New World? The smartest AI in the game is the buffalo. And I'm not kidding. Okay.
Ah, I do.
What's this? Reformation. Oh, where the hell is it? Wait, what? I thought I was supposed to get something. Wait, what? Oh. I went to the wrong place. Fuck. Can we just disenchant some stuff? But yeah, anyway, so I think it's a huge factor. I think more people need to realize that. But for viewers, yeah, viewers will just leave whenever the content isn't fun and people don't want to see it. It doesn't matter how long you stream or anything like that. Like, none of these things really matter. What really matters is are people being entertained at the moment that that they're consuming the content. And that's really what matters. Everything else is all just noise. Okay. I probably could sell this, but I don't really know. Yeah, a lot of these items, I just don't really know if I could actually sell them or not. I'm just gonna vendor a lot of this stuff, just get rid of it. It's actually quite good. Maybe somebody, I don't know. I don't know how many times I've said that today. Oh, maybe somebody will buy this, maybe somebody will buy that. Okay, I'll just teleport over here. Okay. So I don't want to do the dungeon. I'm tired.
Well, this is
Okay, what I get?
beyond the pain.
570 strength intelligence. Who gives a fuck about this? Why the fuck would I want that? This is the worst item I've ever seen in my entire life. That's the second worst item I've ever seen in my entire life. Equip it for watermark. They said before that you don't have to do that, number one. And number two, items that you receive on quests do not count towards your watermark. So that's like a double no. But I mean, like, maybe I don't know. Okay. Just go and just recall. Pray return. You explain a little bit about the watermark? Yeah, sure. And somebody can correct me if I'm misstating something. I'm gonna do a couple more things. I gotta go to bed. Basically, watermark is your internal item level scaling system. Just a second. Okay. So, anyway, what I was saying is that, so watermark is every item that you loot, and I'm not talking about quest items, I'm not talking about profession items, I'm talking about items that you loot from monsters. There's an internal score that exists behind the scenes with your character that increases your item level just a little bit more every single time that you loot something. And there's like basically, remember back in, if you played WoW Legion, you know how they had like the bad luck protection that would kind of like just over time give you a legendary? They also have that existing with New World that will just slowly, as time goes on, you will receive another really good item. So basically you go from 500 as your base and you can go all the way up to 600. This is my understanding. It could be higher, but 600 is my understanding. So Destiny Nakamoto, that's an well, whatever, it doesn't really matter who came up with it. I'm just saying how it works. So like let's say you loot a 520 pair of leggings. Well, now you have a chance to loot a 521. And also 520s are more often on your drop table. That's my understanding. And that's what you, so the watermark, I don't know really why they call it that. A watermark is whenever you you put ownership of something as like a, it's like a stamp or something like that. It's kind of like whenever you'd see like old videos and it said unregistered hypercam or game cam on the corner. That was a watermark. So, sounds good to be honest. I don't think it's awful. There's a lot of systems that are worse, let's say that. So, here's what my only real concern is. Like soulbound items? Yeah, here's what my only concern with the watermarked items is that in about 2 weeks, everybody, not everybody, but enough people are going to be playing the game where they will be able to inject watermark 580 items into the game with enough frequency that anything below 580 will not have a lot of value. And I think that could be problematic for new 60s because they have to farm out that entire watermark on their own. Now, what I think they should do with this is they should just make the entire, probably just like slowly scale it up. So like in a month or so, your watermark, instead of beginning at 500, it begins at 510. And that way, because like if a new player just like can't make any progress outside of just buying gear, and the buying gear doesn't affect them at all, they just spend so much of their time building up something that's invisible that I don't think it would be like a fulfilling experience for them as a player. I think that would suck. I don't know, guys. What do you think? You get a 588 from a player and they're caught up too? No. So basically, you have to actually, this is what I was saying before, right? I explicitly said this. I guess I didn't emphasize this enough. Is that your character has to loot the item. It's not like, oh, well, if somebody trades you a 600 and then now you're up to 600. No, that's not how it works. You have to loot it yourself. So that's why that doesn't work. Doesn't really matter if you pick the item up from the ground. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Cap crafting is to craft the same shitty iron or steel item over and over. I mean, if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. Like, I don't care. I just want to get this. I just want to get it done. I don't care what it takes. Still playing this boring game. Yes, I am. Do boxes count towards watermark? I think so. But I don't know so. I might be capped at 600, then crafted items come in, that might go past 600. No, my understanding is like crafted items stop at 600. Like 600 is like the hard cap, but then somebody said that like there's an achievement for getting 650 item level. I'll tell you one thing, I've never seen anything like so the preview event, this is like last year, had legendary items that were able to go up to 625. But in the beta that came out, like let's say 3 months ago, they did not have that. So I don't really know what to think. Craft up to 620 with buffs and trophies. Oh, so I guess one trophy increases, trophies increase it by 10, and then like each of the +2 pieces of gear would increase it by 10 as well, and then you get up to 620. Is that how it would work, Javon? Yeah, I just don't know. Seem to be 10%. You have trophies to your houses. Food buff that increases it by 15. Well, if it increases it by 15, you can put on 5 pieces of clothes that each increase it by 2. Wouldn't that increase the number all the way up to 625 and not 620? Jeff called this game a success, by the way. It is. This game is a massive success. What do you mean? It's done incredibly well. They've sold a bunch of copies. They have a active player count. That's good. Yeah, but I personally don't like it. So I personally don't like it, so it's a failure. True. True. It's just that easy. It's just that simple. $260K active right now. Yeah, that's really good. It's almost 4 in the morning. Each game does well first couple of weeks. I wouldn't call it a success. I think, I mean, New World came out over 2 weeks ago. I think the 2-week mark is a benchmark. In my opinion, I think 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and 1 month. And then also after that, like each month after that, really, is a benchmark. Are they rolling out paid subs? No, they're not. I'm sure they'll have microtransactions, and that's how they're going to pay for stuff. I mean, for a box price for $40, if the game's going to get continuous development, as long as the microtransactions aren't like super predatory and aren't pay to win, I'm not really going to complain. If you want my honest opinion, I'm really not. It's unrealistic. It's like, how are they going to continuously, you know, make money? Store stuff is fine once you pay for the game. Yeah, it depends. Micros say purely cosmetic. Yeah, cosmetic microtransactions with optional items that are cool looking in game. That's all I want. If I get that, I'm happy. Let me put on my my luck here. Wait, where the hell was it? Oh, there it is. Right, mining luck. I have to get actual items with mining luck and not just luck. I think I had other pieces too, but I must have just lost them. It is what it is. Yeah, fuck it, that's good enough. Game is dabbling on adding prime perks or revenue by proxy. Oh, that's a really good point, Dark. Yeah, that's actually a really great point. Because that's also the way they look at Twitch Prime too, as far as I know. Draw cosmetics in New World are vile. I really like the, I don't know, it kind of looks like the plate, like, face mask thing. It almost looks like somebody, like what somebody with leprosy would wear. I think that looks really cool. The Syndicate one? No, I'll show you guys. Just give me a second. Store. This one here. I really like this armor set. I think it looks really cool. I'm disappointed that it's not in game. Bitch ass. Everyone wants a free lunch. Reality is gaming has a lot of shameful inflation. Because of the resistance to changing price tag. I paid $60 for Mario 3 in the early 90s. Wait, no you didn't, bro. Like, no, you did not pay $60 for Mario 3. Number one, Mario 3, I think, came out in the 80s. Number two, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe Mario 3 came out in 1990. I'm just thinking to myself, like, 88, yeah, so that didn't happen. And then if you're talking about like Super Mario All-Stars, like let's say you're talking about that, right? Super Nintendo game. Super Nintendo games, I remember this very clearly, retailed for $50. We didn't see $60 price tags until Xbox 360. Am I wrong about that, guys? Because that's what I fucking remember pretty goddamn well. Pokemon Stadium was $100. Yeah, because you got a separate thing all with it, though. It's different. Yeah, most of my Super Nintendo games were like 30 or 40 bucks. Like, that was it, dude. Now, that being said, I think that everything else you're saying is true. But I think the reason is because a lot of these games that have these $60 price tags, like, you do have, I guess, what you would consider, like, blockbuster games, right? Like, games like God of War, that are just, like, super fucking popular. And they just pull out all the stops to make the game as good as possible. They have like live action fucking recreations of cinematics, etc. But aside from that, like there's hardly any other game that carries a price tag that's that high that people care about. And I think this is a problem that like developers have, is they try to invest a lot of money and time into something that the player doesn't care about. Like, the truth is, like, players don't really give a fuck about if your CGI cinematic had actual actors doing it. Like, this is not something that improves the player experience. This is not something that gets people to continue playing your game. Rare games that cost 60 bucks? When? Yeah, I don't remember a $60 game. Now, there were some games like, okay, so here's an example of like an expensive game. Is like in Nintendo 64 era, there was like a memory cartridge that you could buy. It was like that little red thing, the little red mesh on top of it. And you'd have to buy that because it was like a memory upgrade, and you'd need it for like I think you needed it for Brood War, for StarCraft, and you also needed it for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Yeah, Majora's Mask was the one that we got it for. Donkey Kong 2? Yeah, I'm not sure. The one you put in the controller? I think you could put in the... No, you put it directly into the console. Yeah, you put it directly into the console, if I remember right. So if I had Brood Wars on Nintendo? Yeah, I had StarCraft on Super Nintendo. Or not Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Missouri RAM expansion? Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I mean, I was a kid back then, and I guess I never really went back to think about it again. New NES games are $60, some even more. Wait, you're telling me like new Nintendo games, like Super Mario Brothers, and like Mario Brothers 2 were $60? Bro, I really don't remember that. Yes? Man, I remember 50 so hard. Like, I don't remember that at all, man. I paid $8 for Chrono Trigger? I mean, like, did you pay that recently? Because Chrono Trigger is a rare game, so it's a little bit of a different thing. Dude, I don't remember that at all. I remember $50 being the benchmark until Xbox 360, PS5, or sorry, PS3. And I remember Wii games even then were cheaper. That was like one of the value adds of the console, was that the games were cheaper. Yeah, this $60 shit, like, I don't remember this at all. There's catalogs you can look at? I can probably just go downstairs. I have, like, old Nintendo Power episodes from, like, or issues or whatever you want to call it from, like, the 90s. I can go down and check. I'm just reselling my games, getting 70% of my costs back. Well, apparently you didn't go to GameStop. If I have a Hammer quest bugged, I had no idea. I don't play Hammer. Which zone's your favorite? I like Morningdale the most. I like the rain. It's very calming and soothing. So what you guys are telling me is that the best way to level weaponsmithing is to just very simply craft iron items over and over and over. Iron rapiers. Is this a joke? Like, am I being trolled right now? Spears? No, you can't do spears. Let me actually cut down some wood. make sure I've got my constitution bonus for that. So you need under 500,000 greenwood? Man, you guys gotta start farming for me, huh? Yeah, y'all gotta get to work. Somebody's got, yeah, y'all been lazy, man. Somebody's gotta get this shit done. I feel like cutting these like multiple times is like not even really worth it. Like if I don't hit it on the first one, I just don't even need to recut because it's only 3 anyway. Can you make timber out of aged wood? I don't even remember. Saving milliseconds? Yeah, and if you cut down 50 fucking trees, then you're saving minutes. Think about it, man. Okay. Okay, great supply chain manager. Yeah, so I remember that was actually like so after my dad retired from the company, he was like an executive at a publishing company for like 20 years or some shit. He did like freelance work, and you know, like those 2 guys, the Bobs at an office space that like just went in and fired people. Yeah, that was pretty much my dad's job. Yeah, that's what he would do. All right, so I have to make 66 iron rapiers. What would you say you do around here? That'll get you 2 levels. So you think I'll only get 2 levels out of this? Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Spears are better? How could they be better if they're giving me a stat that I don't need? They're giving me engineering. I don't want engineering. I want weaponsmithing. I guess I should probably do these too. I picked these up earlier. Okay. All right. So we just hit it. Check experience of the hammer. Okay. I think the rapier is better. Because it's 120 plus 204. So per iron bar, 120 divided by 7 times, how much was this? Hammer's 12 equals 205. This is 204. So it's about the same. But then you're also calculating in the extra timber and also leather as well. So yeah, this is more efficient overall. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see how many levels I get from this. It's not moving. You have to do this for 7 hours. Okay. So what am I at now? So that was 2 levels. So how much iron did I get back? 55? That's pretty good. So I need a lot of timber. Show my orange shield? Sure. I looted this today. Pretty big. The shield's like 150 gold on my server. Let me see how much it is on my server. So there's none on the entire server. This would be the best shield in the game on the server. Wow. That's crazy. Do I want a ring like this? It's 532. I don't really think so. Yeah. From Antonio. I don't even know who Antonio's ring is. Yeah, all this gear on the auction now sucks too. Wait, I only need the lumber. Okay, I'll take the other stuff too. Or sorry, I only need the timber, not the lumber. Sorry. Okay, whatever. There. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is my life? Make Warhammer? It's way better. Why is the Warhammer better, Steigi? Why it better though? Yeah, why it better though? Just do it, just do it. Alright, I'll probably get like, what, 2 or 3 more levels from this? Alright, here we go. I'm at 107. So I did all this just to get 2 levels. One to 4 iron ingots. Alright guys, I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night guys. Wow. What an event. This is what we're all doing it for, okay? Where is it? Wait, where's the sword? I thought it was 189. Wait, what happened to the fuck? Wait, what? Whatever, who cares? Alright, good night guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace.